Hello and welcome to yet another print and play game. This is actually the first one that I started to cut and glue a lot of things on cardboard. But as you can see, it's not big enough. I will say I wanted it bigger nowadays. There are two dice with that I had to extra. Otherwise, all is there. We have dwarfs, elves, orcs and human, and they are going to battle it out in something called Orkomondo. It's I think it's an Italian guy. His name is Spartaco Albartarelli, and you can find it over at Kidult Games if you want to. I think the link is down. You find a lot of interesting games at Kidult, by the way. Check it out. Stampali e Gioca for my Italian friends. Now, it's not hard. It's rather simple, right? It's all about getting as much territory as possible, and each of these squares are a territory. The first guy to get all his garrisons, this is a garrison, out on the table, on the board, ends the game. There are a couple of rules. If you are able to exclude other garrisons on your way, you have to, and so on. Otherwise, it's rather simple. Let's say that I start because I'm yellow. I'm human and I'm yellow. Well, that didn't sound right. And I go with 3 and 6. Now, again, you might take 6, 3, that's one place, or you can take 3 and 6. You can just choose. If you choose one of those, let's say this one, it's free. It doesn't cost you any shields. However, if you decide, because you already have that one, that you rather would put another one, you can do that, but it will cost you 1 shield. If, however, you land on this one and wants to build on the river, double 1, double 2, double 3, double 4, double 5, double 6, this costs 3. In this case, I'm fine, I do that. Later on, you might actually throw this again. Let's say for fun that you do that. You can then either build on top of this, don't cost you anything, and now you can have up to 3. You can stack 3 garrisons. And the more you have, the harder it is to get rid of you from the board. But that's one of the things. Now, if you have 2 here, the dwarfs has built 1 here, and then they have succeeded in building 1 here as well. Now, if you now get a 1-6 and happens to build up there, costs you nothing, you are now having to deal with him because he is in between yours. You have 3, he has only 1. Even if he had 2, you are still more than him. However, if you had only 1 and he had 2, when you build there, nothing happens. Not until you get your dice to work again, and now you are removing it. So, and that's actually all the rules. It costs you nothing if you roll a dice. I see I have 4, 6 here, 4, 6. If you want to instead put yourself a bit more closer to the edge, because 6-1 could be better, then it costs you 1. Or if you want to build on these, it costs you 3. If you, by any chance, suddenly can't follow the rules and it costs you anything or so, it will be something of these shields put in something called a treasury. And the guy with all the 15 of his tokens out, he will then get every shield that's in the treasury, and the guy who gets the most treasury wins shields in this case. Just checking. There is one thing more, perhaps. Let's say, I think I'm going to use, yes, the language, the English, so to speak, in this is a bit strange. You have to really think hard. Let's say that we get a 4 and a 2. Let's make this the whole thing through. He has been able to put one there. He avoided that one. That's nice. And then I put... Someone has actually succeeded in getting 2 garrisons on the 4-4. That's cool. And then I get this. Now I throw dice and I get 4-2. If I build on mainland, as this is called, I want to have 1 shield from that guy. So he's going to pay me rent. Later, luckily, the elf is actually throwing a 1-4. He's using that. Of course he's using that. He's got 2 elf, 3. And suddenly we are gone. If you don't have any shields left at all, you're out of the game. And that's all there is to it. A very simple brick token laying game with the help of dice. I think it's rather fun. It takes 15-20 minutes perhaps, when you know the rules, of course. You really need to read up on the rules. I don't know what he thinks, but I say it's at least from 8 years upwards. So, yeah. But it's from 2001. It's rather old, so to speak, but it is the first one that I did. And I thought that I must also show you some of those more 4 players, or at least 2 player games that I have. I have a lot of solo games. So we'll get back to that next time. Thank you for watching and bye.